How are you feeling coming into Sydney's Backyard Ultra?
Coming into Sydney's Backyard Ultra, feeling pretty good. Had a really good training block leading into it. Had a few good races lately. I did have a stack on my bike in the last week though, so a bit battered and bruised, but all superficial, so it'll be good to run.
Sick. And talk to us a bit about your game plan for the event. Without giving away too much, but what's your sort of mentality coming into it?
Yeah, so my game plan, I've got, I plan out hour by hour exactly what I need to do. So yeah, run the lap at whatever pace is on my plan, come back in, my crew knows exactly what I need to do. They'll have the food ready for me or change of clothes or whatever it is. But yeah, just take it a lap at a time. So I try not to project too far ahead. Yeah, just stay in the moment and take each lap as it comes.
And at this event specifically, we have some of the best runners in Australia running here, yourself included.
Yeah.
Talk to us a bit about the competition field.
Yeah, so yeah, a few guys here I've run with before. So Ryan Crawford, James Blanton, John Ash, all very good runners. Ran with them at Sat Champs. Yeah, Ryan, I've been up against a few times and had some pretty good races against him. So I'm excited to run against him again. Yeah, so we've been down as the last two at two different events, and yeah, both times really challenged me, really pushed me out of that comfort zone. So yeah, I'm expecting a bit more of that again this time. But yeah, James Blanton as well, John Ash, both have done very good results, and yeah, I'd really like to see how they go as well. But the thing I like about these events is there's also people that you've never heard of who just step up and can go a really long way. It might be someone who's got a PB of 24 and they're now running 60, or someone who's might have won a few, but they've all been sort of low numbers and they've never really been tested to their limit, and now run up against people who can run in the 80s and 90s and they're up there with them. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of that as well.
And you once held the world record with 102 yards. It currently sits at 110 yards. What do you need to do at Sydney Backyard Ultra to reclaim that title of world record holder?
I need to have an assist that can go with me. So yeah, I held the world record at 102 yards. It's now up to 110. And I'll just approach this backyard the same way I approach every other one. Just focus on my plan, my process, just being consistent with my laps, and just like I don't have the world record as a goal. I don't really set goals like that. My only goal is to just stay in the race for as long as possible, and so if that translates into a record, then that's great.
And I think a lot of people want to know what it takes to become an elite in this sport. As an elite yourself, what does it take?
As an elite myself, I think it just takes. I think the biggest thing is consistency. I started with just doing 5Ks a day. I just wanted to be super consistent with that. It wasn't about how fast I went or how far I went. I just had that minimum of 5Ks, but sometimes it'll be a bit more. My only rule was I just had to get out there every day, and I built up my foundations over a long period and slowly built the distance up. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's the consistency that wins. And just make sure you just get out there and do it. And stepping out the door is the hardest bit. And once you've done that, it's easy.
I think I would assume I'm right in saying you would like to be the last person standing. What message would you send to anyone who thinks they are going to be the last person standing?
Anyone who wants to be the last person standing, yeah, go for it. I love being pushed to my limits, and I want someone who thinks that they can take me on to push me further. And if I can, if at the end of this I end up not winning, but I push myself further than I have before, then that'll be better than winning but with a really low total. So.
That's nice. I like that insight. Talk to us about how critical it is to have crew in this event and how important they are.
Yeah, so crew is absolutely critical. I wouldn't have got half the distances that I've got without having a good crew. So my wife Gemma has crewed for me at every single event. I've also got Mally and Tim who crewed for me at Sat Champs, and they're here to crew for me again. It's like I want to be doing as little as possible. Like all I'm focused on is running that lap. That's my job. I run the lap. When I get back, my crew does everything for me. So I don't need to keep getting up and looking for, change of clothes or looking for food or spending energy cooking something. my crew's got all that covered. I don't have to do any thinking. I've got the plan there to tell me what to do, but then if the plan needs to change, my crew's there to kind of adjust that for me. So as long as I can run that lap and finish that lap, it's my crew's job to get me out there for the start of the next one.
And on that, talk to me about your home base setup and how important your layout is.
Yep, so I like to be super organised with my home base setup. So try and keep it consistent across all the backyards that I do. Obviously, there's going to be a few differences here and there. But yeah, I've got to have my lie back chair, have a bed, have my Yeti cooler with lots of ice and all my food, and everything, like all my my first aid kits, my clothes hanger, all of that stuff. It's all labelled. Everything has a spot. So if my crew needs to get something, they know exactly where it is. They know exactly where it gets returned to. And one of their jobs once I go out on that lap, their first job is to just tidy up. Any rubbish needs to be put away. Anything that was taken out needs to be put back. So we never get to a stage in the race where we're hunting around looking for something or digging through bags trying to find a particular item. Everything's all out, nice and easy to see.
Nice. And with 500 people running at Sydney's Backyard Ultra, does that sense of community excite you?
Yeah, the thing I love about Backyard Ultras is the social aspect of it. So having 500 people, there's heaps of people out there to talk to. Every lap you can run with someone different or a few different people each lap. And I think that's really important, especially in the early stages when, you're going to be running for 3 or 4 days or even more. Just to help pass that time in the early days, it's really good to just make those connections, talk to other people. You can learn things from other people as well, learn strategies from other people, work for them. You can share your advice, what worked for you. It just creates a really good community, and everyone's out there. They're all doing their own race, but they're still supportive of everyone else, which is great to see.
And talk to us a bit about how much the sport has grown in the past couple of years.
Yeah, so when I first started, my very first backyard, I did 39 hours. I had no idea before that point how long these events actually go for. I'd never heard of a Backyard Ultra before. After that event, I found out that I was within 3 or 4 yards of what the Australian record was. At the time, I think it was 42 yards was the Australian record. And I was like, oh, I think that's, I was so close to it. Maybe that's something I can get to. And just over that period, I've gone from 39 yards to 102. So, and that's over, I think, a 4-year period. You see the same results around the world. When I first started, the world record was 75. No, I think it was 68, sorry. When I first started, the world record was 68. And now it's at 110. So it's just every year, the record's getting broken once or twice a year. And even just the size of these events. We've just come from Hurdy's over in WA, which had 440 people, which is the biggest backyard in the world. This one might beat it if all 500 people show up. So that'd be really good to see.
And you mentioned earlier that to obtain the world record, you do need an assist to go with you.
Yeah.
Has that been an issue you faced in the past, not having someone to go far with you?
Yeah, so in a lot of my runs, being the last one standing, it's really great to be in that position. But at the same time, it's the reason that your race stopped is, outside of your control. You need to have that other person to go with you. So that's why the social aspect is really important as well. You have that teamwork together. I am a very independent runner. I can run a long way on my own without company. But sometimes when it's down to the last two, it's good to run together and work together towards a common goal. As much as it is a bit of a dog-eat-dog world. And when you get to that point, it's someone's coming home with a win here and someone's the assist. My goal is always to go as far as I can. So if that means helping out the other person and we work together to get through and then they end up beating me, then that's great because I've pushed myself further than I would have if, I kind of let them drop off earlier and, finished.
Someone Chris Temple, is running his first Backyard Ultra at this event. What piece of advice would you give him?
So I know Chris Turnbull. I've had a few messages backwards and forwards on Instagram, so I'm really excited to be running with him at this event and get to talk to him properly. My advice to him is the same as anybody else is, just don't set a goal. Setting a goal, you can kind of limit yourself. You might come in with the idea of, I think I can run 24 hours. Let's try and get to 24 hours. You could get to 24 hours and have heaps left in the tank, but in your mind, you're like, oh, I've got to 24 hours. That's good. I can stop now. So don't set a goal. Just your only goal should be to go as far as you can go.
What does winning mean to you?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, like you know that everything you've done and you've trained and worked towards, like all of that is paying off, and it is a great feeling coming over the finish line as the last one standing. But it's not the be all and end all for me. Like the one that, you know, since that first time as the assist, the only other time I haven't won was at Big's Backyard, where I was the fifth last one standing, and it was, at the time, I was a bit bummed that I didn't come home with the last one standing. But looking back, to see what I went through to even get to 100 hours at that event is just given me like a lot of like mental strength, and realize that there is a lot that I can push through. So yeah, winning to me, it's great, but at the same time, you don't find out what your limit is. You don't find out how far you can push through those barriers and things like that.
Interesting. Is that a message that you would send to your like 96-hour self or 72-hour self? As fresh, like feeling good Phil here, what would you say to 72-hour Phil, who's maybe like doing it tough?
I don't quite understand the question, sorry.
Like if right now you're feeling fresh and
Yeah.
good,
Like in this event I'm running?
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like 72-hour Phil is standing here.
Yeah.
He's been running
Yeah.
for 3 days straight. He's exhausted.
Yeah.
What would you say to him?
Oh, just stick with it. Like, you know, ultra running, it has its ups and downs. Like, you've been through events before where you've really struggled and you've stuck with it and you've come back stronger. So just because you feel really crappy now, it doesn't mean that feeling's going to stay. It's all a mental game. Something as small as the sun rising can make a huge difference. It might be that you just have like a really good meal, or someone unexpected comes to say g'day, can, you know, just bring a smile to your face and really change your attitude. So it's those little things that can really switch your race around. So just, if you're feeling a bit crappy, just stick with it, because it'll get better.
And do you believe that we can get the world record here for Sydney's Backyard Ultra?
It's definitely possible. But yeah, I'd say it's possible at any event, but I'd say our odds are stacked a bit higher here because of the caliber of runners that we've got. So we know that Ryan's done till 95 before. We know that I've done 102. That's not far off the world record. I definitely feel that I have the potential to go beyond the world record. It's just a matter of who else can come with me, because as we know, we need 2 people. So whether that's Ryan or someone else who just comes out of the woodworks, having, you know, that caliber of athletes in the top end, but also just having such a big field, could be someone there that helps us get there. And it might not even be me at the world record. It could be 2 other people that we just don't know.
It's exciting. This is a gift from the race directors.
Oh, cool.
Get to open that up and just give
Yeah.
people a look.
Yep. Cool. Yep.
It's nicely. What's your preferred colour? Out of the red or black?
I'll probably go the red, because the black is going to get too hot in it.
Racing red.
That'll be good for night time or when it's cold. Cool. Nice material.
Happy days. Maybe we see you wearing that as you come over for 111.
Yeah. I'll have to put that on my plan.
Epic. Sick. Thanks so much, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
Really appreciate it.